What's up, people? I, Gregonomations, am here to talk about something that's been going on in my life that I want to share. So, there's this kid that has been going to my school since last year, and his name won't be told, but we're gonna call him Zach. Yeah, that's good enough. Zach is a pretty extroverted kid. He's probably the most popular in my classroom, and he's recently got some issues, and there were some laws that were put in this guy, and he's not going to juvie, but he did got suspended for a month after this, which is super deserved, by the way. And let's go back in time to somewhere around last year, okay? Now, this is an approximate number because we do not know when did he start doing this, and you're gonna see how evil of a person he actually is at the end of the video. But Zach is some likable dude that hangs out and speaks very enthusiastically. Like, whatever you talk about, he will construct upon whatever you're saying. Pretty nice. He goes to this social club that pretty much the entire classroom of mine goes to, like to do sports and stuff, and he's much of a pro at basketball, which is understandable. Well, he's super tall, and other than that, you can't visually tell unless you talk with the dude that he does basketball, because he knows the tricks and stuff. He's much of a pro. He also goes to church, and he's one of the higher ups in the Catholic thing, and that is more of a heritage thing because his dad also goes to church and has a band that's religious. So, of course, he's been given the privilege. Amazing. Back on track, though, he started taking pictures, either physically or through social media. I mean, grabbing certain pictures that he liked and passed it through an AI generator. And he basically told the AI to strip away the clothes of girls. What the fuck? Now, he just wanted to use his hormones, but it became an addiction. He just took pictures everywhere he could find. So we have physical education, and we play separately. It's like an establishment for soccer ball, or well, football, because I'm Argentinian, far apart from the mainland school. So everyone walks there as a group. I don't, because I just stay at home. I mean, I cannot really relate to my classmates, so I'd rather just go here to my room and either play or read. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but whatever. Back on track. Zach gets behind the girls, grabs his phone, and takes pictures of their backs. And after PE, he goes to his computer, he goes to the image generator, probably some pirate generator, because I don't think that's legal. Then he masturbates to it, rinse and repeat, for more than a year, dude. It's insane. The thing is that he did all of this shit behind his friends' backs, which is probably because he found it embarrassing. Point is that one day he organized a sleepover, and one of his friends sneaked into his room, turned on the PC, and he started scrolling through a bunch of photos because from his phone he would pass probably through a drive all of the material, and he would put it on the Discord server, a fucking Discord server where only he was allowed in. None of the naked bodies were from the actual girls. It was all modified. Oh no. The sleepover was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. August 18th of 2025. Now, Zach's friends were threatened with being punched and physical stuff if they ever told this to the girls. He also had a WhatsApp group where he would send this shit as a joke, by the way, to the boys, as if it was funny. And he actually did punch 3 or maybe 4 of his friends, but Monday 22nd, 8 days ago, Zach did not come to school. He was absent. And that's when all my classmates spilled the tea. They were telling everything to the teacher. The girls had no idea that Zach was doing all of this behind their backs. That also was the day that all the photos were leaked by Zach as some sort of revenge, because he knew. I'm pretty much a spectator in this situation because I have pretty much nothing to do with it. Now I say pretty much because I went with this friend. We're gonna call him Mike. I went with Mike to PE. Mike's mom would drive me to it. We don't do that anymore because Mike started going with the rest of the group, probably because he felt excluded, and I don't feel excluded like ever because of how much I lack interest when it comes to the main social group. But one day I was in Mike's bedroom and we were talking about some political stuff and philosophical writers, like local ones, international writers, and our creations because we produce. Well, I don't write, but he does. I just draw, animate, edit, discuss, debate, and he shifted the conversation to Zach. He told me Zach masturbates to girls' photos. I said, "Oh wow, how interesting," and I brushed it off as like, well, I expected it. Like, no big a deal, right? He did not tell me it was artificial intelligence. All of that was happening a couple of months ago, somewhere in between Zach's rampage of ejaculation after ejaculation and so on. All while none of the girls knew. He also didn't show me the images, thank God. In the sleepover pretty recently, when the boys found out about all the pictures, they did use it as evidence for their parents to use it in court. It was such a relief that the boys did not have to be threatened anymore. Such a fucking scumbag, dude. And Zach did get reported. Never expected that someone that actually I share musical interest with him. He listens to the same kind of rap that I do, and I found his humor when we would talk pretty hilarious. Such a chill dude on the outside. Holy. Another law was passed against him about mistreating a Down syndrome student because we have this little buddy. We're gonna call him Peter. And Peter, the disabled kid, the only one in our room, is easily manipulated, and Zach took advantage of that. He would hug Peter all the time, but what Peter did not know is that Zach wasn't a good person to him. Now, Peter did know this, actually. He would just brush it off and let it slide because, well, his personality is pretty forgiving. Peter does not know how to use money, therefore he does not know how to buy in the kiosk. And, well, he brings food, normally packets of cookies. One day, Zach came in and did something infuriatingly evil. He just grabbed the pack and spit it on it when Peter wasn't looking. Just villainous shit. Of course, Peter did not know that his cookies were packed with saliva. He would munch on it anyways, as if he knew any better. Poor kid. Another time, Peter just asked Zach for food, and Zach just went like, "Take this!" And he spit it on his glasses. And things as simple as just hugging would forgive him. Insane. Yup, Peter's mom put a lawsuit in Monday the 22nd because some of the boys also revealed that because Zach would spit in front of them. And yes, he did threaten the boys of ever telling someone about that too. No one expected him to be a terrible person until that day. After all of this, I don't think Zach could be changed to another private school. It's over. He either will go to a public school or just won't get any education. Rightfully so. He was addicted. Every fucking day he would generate like 20 images. By the way, there were 900 images in total. He would grab a shit ton from anywhere. One day, Mike gave Zach his sister's socials. Grave mistake, buddy. because now he checks it to your sister. Now remember, 900 pictures or more were generated. A lot of the time he would just ask for selfies, which seemed innocent. A lot of other times in the social club, he would look at the sporty girls and take pictures there. Some also speculate that he started doing that shit in 6th grade. For reference, okay? In Argentina, you have kindergarten, obviously, and then 6-year-olds are 1st graders, which is when primary school starts. It ends at 6th grade. There's no middle school. High school starts at 7th grade, which is called first year. And from now on, it's called years instead of grades. All the way up to 6th year, which would be like some 12th grade type thing. But if most people say that he started doing that 1.5 years ago, I believe them. It's probably that. Fucking 6th grader using an AI model. It's probably illegal. And Monday the 22nd, one of Zach's quote-unquote friend, I mean, all of these have quotation marks, but this guy's quotation marks are bigger. We're gonna call him CJ. CJ said that Zach was a pretty aggressive person, and he killed his hamster by accident. So yeah, pretty carefree personality to not care about killing your pet and just brushing it off, letting it slide. Well, Zach one day came to CJ's house and he killed his fish. Dude! Well, CJ didn't tell anyone how bad of a person Zach was because he was threatened. So you can imagine how that could have went. Zach has daggers, dude. He really could casually scratch CJ. Serious shit. But there wasn't a lawsuit about that. Although, well, Zach had to deal with the other 2 lawsuits about Peter abuse and AI. Tuesday, 23rd, the next day, he did go to school, and everyone knew everything about it. And in the room, everyone sat on the left. Everyone left him alone. Zach was in the opposite corner, away from everyone. His face was filled with pure regret. You could see it, but it could be lies. Like, you cannot trust this dude. His secrets were super well kept for over a year. How could you tell that he isn't acting, you know? And then you get to current day. He's still powering through his month suspension in school and out school. And we'll see what will happen with that guy. The girls put a perimeter in Zach. And it was a harsh perimeter, like a couple kilometers of distance. If he is any closer to any of the girls, well, he's getting punished even further. And there is no rehab. He cannot be rehabilitated. It's too much psychic damage from him, from the damage done to those around him. Crazy record to have at 14. And I mean, yeah, it's not all over. He could have a job when he's an adult. But imagine everyone knowing what you did when you were an ignorant fucking kid, and said thing being so bad as it actually is. It's terrible. Imagine the PTSD of being such a psychopath at 14 as an adult. Imagine your coworkers knowing that. Well, that's about it. Goodbye, everyone. I want that to sink in your mind. Like, after watching this video, just put yourself in the point of view of everyone, and your amygdala will grow. But yeah, Zach's tactics are impressive. It's all planned. And see ya. That's it, fellow 14-year-olds.